This is Elizabeth Mitchell talking. I was born December 29, 1928, and I went to a Slavic school 1941, 42 and 44, 3 years. And when I left school, I never left my books. I always read and write numbers, A, B, C, like that. And I learn myself. I read I learn lots from newspaper. I always read, and now I could write as good as kids graduate. And that's what I'm glad about. And when I was a kid, small kid, me and my little sister, we moved through mountain. And I remember my oldest brother was driving dog team, and I didn't know he was sick. And just when we were gonna start back, he couldn't walk, so they had to put him in sled, and one of my brother drive dogs with him. And on the way, every time he get tired, they camp with him through Gwich'in Creek. I don't know how long they camp. And I remember last camp to Clondy. That morning my brother was dead. And from there they put the body in the sled, and and 2 persons met us, and they were having fire. And I remember everybody was crying, but I didn't understand what was that. Even I see my brother dead, I don't know why they're crying. And me and my little sister. And then this is April, my brother died. And in June, my parents went down the river for ratting. And in June, they went to a Slavic, and they put my little sister in hospital, and she passed away. And out of 12 boys and girls, just me left, and I lost my parents, all my brothers and sisters. But when my adopted brother committed suicide, that was the hardest part for me. And I never forget him yet. Every time I think of him, I go out of town to my camp, and I feel better, and then I come back. Nobody knew what I was doing. And then I was looking after my dad all winter at 8 Mile. I have to get wood myself, and my Mother and my brother, they went to get meat over the mountain. I was alone with my dad, looking after him. Same time I get wood daytime. And I always think about that. Today, when somebody be sick, when they have pain, they get needle and then they feel better. And my dad was dying in the bush with me, and I never forget that. And I see my brother was in pain. I don't know if they had medicine for him. And this is the hardest part too. And since I was a kid, we traveled around. Me and my mom, we always walk. Sometimes ahead of dogs, sometimes we walk last. That's all.